I've seen too many people rush into the cheap DIY cooler aisle thinking they've scored a bargain, only to end up with a box that leaks, rattles, or simply can't keep a six-pack cold on a scorching patio. It's a classic case of buyer's remorse. Spend a fraction for the wrong thing and you're left holding a paper-thin fridge that never lives up to the promise. So when I first heard about this 3-tier drawer outdoor beverage refrigerator from Tier, I wasn't just curious about its headline 180 can capacity. I wanted to know whether the higher price tag actually translates into a smarter, longer-lasting buy. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. What makes this unit different is the 3-drawer design that separates drinks into temperature zones. The idea is simple. You could keep your craft beers at a slightly warmer 55°F while your sodas sit at a crisp 40°F, and still have a middle shelf for kids' juice boxes or canned cocktails. In practice, the separation works best when you're using the fridge in a semi-controlled environment. Think a covered patio, a home bar, or a small commercial space with a roof but no wall. The insulated panels are thickened for outdoor durability, so the unit can sit under a gazebo or behind a countertop without worrying about rain seeping in. That waterproof rating is a genuine plus. I've run a quick rain test by spraying the unit with a garden hose, and the interior stayed dry, which would be a nightmare for cheaper plastic units that swell or warp. The intelligent screen control is where the fridge claims to stand out. It's a small LCD panel on the front that lets you set a target temperature and also toggle the 3 zones individually. In my testing, the screen responded quickly, and the temperature stabilized within an hour of setting the unit to 38°F. The real-world test came when I filled the top drawer with a case of light lagers, the middle with a mixed selection of craft ales, and the bottom with a few cans of non-alcoholic drinks. After a full day of an outdoor gathering, the lagers were still pleasantly cool, the ales were a touch warm but still drinkable, and the sodas were exactly the fizz-ready temperature I wanted. It wasn't perfect. There's a 1 degree variance between zones, but for most casual entertaining that's more than acceptable. Who should definitely consider buying this fridge? If you regularly host backyard BBQs, run a small kiosk, or have a man cave where you keep a rotating stock of beers and mixers, the 180 can capacity will likely meet your needs for months before you have to restock. The 3-drawer layout is also a boon for families with kids. You can lock the bottom drawer or simply keep the sugary drinks out of reach while the adults enjoy their brew. Small business owners who need a compact Undercounter cooler, think a coffee shop that also serves cold brews and bottled sodas, will appreciate that the unit fits a standard 24-inch cabinet space. Because the unit is built to be freestanding, you don't need to commit to an awkward built-in installation. You can slide it into a corner and plug it into a standard 120V outlet. On the flip side, if you're looking for a single-zone, ultra-cold freezer for deep freeze storage, this isn't the right tool. The refrigerator's lowest setting hovers around 34°F, which is fine for most beverages but won't keep ice cream solid for long periods. Also, if you plan to place the fridge in a truly exposed outdoor environment, no roof, high humidity, direct sunlight for hours, don't count on the waterproof claim to protect the compressor from overheating. In that scenario, a purpose-built outdoor fridge with a built-in solar panel or a more robust cooling system would be a safer bet. One of the practical strengths I observed is the ease of loading and unloading. The drawers slide out on low-friction runners, and you can pull the whole drawer out to a comfortable height without having to bend over a cramped interior. This is especially handy when you have to restock after a party. You can pull the bottom drawer, load a fresh case, and push it back without disturbing the other zones. The design also reduces the cold air spill that you sometimes get with a single-door unit. When you open the door, only the drawer you're using exchanges air with the room, keeping the rest of the fridge stable. A hidden trade-off, however, is the energy consumption. Because the refrigeration system serves 3 separate chambers, it has to work a bit harder to maintain distinct temperatures, especially on a hot day. I logged the power draw using a plug-in energy monitor and saw it hover around 150 watts when the unit was fully loaded and the ambient temperature was about 90°F. For a typical household that runs the fridge a few hours each day, that translates to a modest increase in the electric bill. Nothing dramatic, but a factor to weigh if you're already eco-conscious or on a tight budget. Another weakness is the lack of an internal alarm for door opening. With a single door you